Let's go to the next thing. How to configure, we'll see for text input, we'll see for datetime, we'll see. Okay, how actually on buttons and all. Also we'll see once how actually it will look like if I open a text input. To open this text input, you need to click on this gear icon. You need to select this 1. Suppose, if you want a datetime, click on the datetime, click on the gear icon, or you just simply double-click. Double-click on text input. It will open one model window. It will open one model window. It has to open. Yeah, it is open. If you double-click, it will open this window. If you click on the gear icon also, it will open the same. Okay, text input. Now here user is trying to enter some input. Suppose he is trying to enter some description. Okay, now this value has to be stored on a clipboard, right? Whatever you are entering on the screen, that value must be stored on a clipboard, correct? Any questions here on this point? Whatever the data you enter on screen, first it has to store on a clipboard, and from clipboard only it will get stored on a database, correct? So whenever you're entering some value on a clipboard, some property must be there to hold the data right, like whether this is a description, like issue description, or some kind of property must be there to hold this value right. So it is asking for a property here. Which property should I map to like a dot? If you click on the, you will get an existing properties or you can simply create a new property. Also new property like daughter, something issue or something okay. And if you .issue, click on this crosshair icon. This is called crosshair icon. If you click on this crosshair icon because the property is not there, right? So it will try to create a new one if the property is there. If, when you click on the, it will come in the drop-down new issue. It is asking class. It will take by default. What is the class for this section, that particular class? It will take the rule set rules. It is a container of rule set. If you click on create and open, it will open. Okay, see it is asking to change whatever, whether it might be text or whatever the single value, we can change it. Let's keep text only and see, now I have created a property called issue. This property I'm referring on section. Okay, somewhere we have to refer that property rate, or else what is the use of it? So we are referring the issue on the section submitted. See it became the text input. Has changed the issue, save it. Whenever you make any change, as we discussed yesterday, we have to refresh the section, okay, or we have to close and open it. See it has created an text box with issue. Understand how to configure a text input. Text input is very simple. Okay, whenever you enter any value that has to be stored on a clipboard. So to actually store on a clipboard, we will be mapping with some property. Got it right, and you have the visibility also, visibility in the sense when this should be visible. Okay, suppose, what can we say? Like, suppose, if we have selected, like there is a marital status, okay, married and unmarried. If user selects married, then it has to ask for the married date. If suppose, user is selecting unmarried, then it should not ask for married date. Okay, so based on the conditions, okay, you can also use visibility. Visibility, you can see. You have some options here. If not blank, if not zero, expression if you have given it will ask for some condition like it is like a bend condition. Only what we saw in a data transforms. We saw right, when conditions similar to the X, that we will write an expression or you will call a specific one rule here. So whenever this rule is true, then only this will visible, this field will get visible. You understand what I'm trying to say, visibility, okay. Next we'll discuss this date time. This is quite interesting. If you open as datetime, similarly it will also ask for one property. Okay, because whatever the value you are entering here, this is a calendar field if you are selecting any one value, okay, it has to store in some property on a clipboard. So it will by default ask for one property. Okay, to hold the data. It will ask for one property. Let me give any generic property be valuable, kind of thing. Okay, I have given this p-valuable property. Let's assume now, if you see, here we are getting so many options and this is a calendar field, the calendar control we are getting because we have chosen the daytime context, so we can do a lot of customization on this thing. Okay, we can do a lot of customization on this thing, based on the client requirement or generally how they will follow is the entire application. They will follow one format. One format in essence, like date, month and year or month date and year and date. Throughout application they will follow one format. Okay, like orals, they will follow. Like month will be in. The month will be like August, a UG like that. Okay, now you know in a text field. So not only just showing the date is important. We have to follow that practice. Okay, based on the client, they will follow one format and their entire throughout the application. Like wherever they are using this date time field, they will be following the same format. Right, so we need to customize the text inside it also how actually, whenever we're selecting anything, how actually it is displayed. We need to customize this thing also. So for that one you have to go to Presentation tab. For everything. You will be having Presentation tab, even for text input. You will be having this Presentation tab. Once you go to this Presentation tab, you can see here Editable settings. Editable settings must be auto every time. Date time, you can choose whether you need to have date only time or date time. Whatever you want, you can choose. Okay, when you click, it was by default, it will just date type. If you select date, let's see what happens. If you select it, it will only allow you to choose a date here. Now you are getting both date and time right. Let me close this one. Instance of our label. It is taking with this default. If you click on this calendar, see there is no time here. If you select to anything, you will get only date. How you are controlling the data. You are controlling the user interface, data from section here itself. Okay, this is not like any validation kind of thing. This is a general restrictions. Okay, if suppose you want to get only time, you will select time here. Okay, so date you have chosen. Display more is text plus in text plus calendar. Text plus calendar in this is user can enter the text also like this, like, user can enter the text like 0, 9. See I can actually type. Okay, that is a meaning of text plus calendar, like 12, slash is coming by default. Actually you cannot understand. Because, slash, I am not typing, okay, let's see. Let's see how much lamb typing.